In the early 1930s, the Tatra T27 emerged as a symbol of innovation and endurance, representing the genius of Czechoslovak engineering during a time of rapid industrial and political change. Introduced in 1930 by the Tatra Company, it was a heavy-duty truck that stood apart from most vehicles of its time, thanks to its radical design, rugged capability, and exceptional reliability. While other manufacturers still relied on conventional chassis and rigid axles, Tatra pursued a path of originality that would become its trademark for decades to come. The Tatra T27 was built during a period when road infrastructure in much of Europe was poor, especially in rural and mountainous regions. Conventional trucks often failed on uneven or unpaved surfaces, but the T27 was different. It incorporated Tatra's unique backbone tube chassis, a central structural tube that protected the drivetrain and provided extraordinary rigidity and durability. This design allowed each wheel to move independently, ensuring far better traction and ride comfort even on rough terrain. The T27 was powered by an air-cooled diesel engine, a defining feature of Tatra's engineering philosophy. The four-cylinder engine had a displacement of 6,075 cubic centimeters, producing approximately 70 horsepower at 1,800 revolutions per minute. What truly made the engine remarkable was its torque output of about 280 newton meters, equivalent to roughly 206 pound-feet, which allowed the truck to haul heavy loads effortlessly, even in low gear. The air-cooled system eliminated the risk of freezing in cold climates and reduced the need for maintenance, a critical advantage for vehicles operating in harsh conditions. The gearbox was a 4-speed manual transmission with a transfer case, giving the T27 a choice of gear ratios suitable for both road and off-road use. Depending on configuration, it could reach speeds of around 55 kilometers per hour, roughly 34 miles per hour, which was impressive for a heavy-duty truck of the early 1930s. The combination of the independent suspension and the backbone frame made it not only durable but also remarkably stable and easy to control, a quality praised by drivers who used it on the most demanding routes. The T27's layout followed Tatra's signature engineering approach. The central backbone tube connected the front and rear axles, both equipped with swing half-axles. This unique system distributed the load evenly and minimized stress on the chassis. The result was a truck that could endure long hours of operation without structural fatigue. It was a workhorse built not just for transport, but for survival in the toughest environments. The design of the Tatra T27 was both practical and imposing. Its cab was made primarily of metal and wood with a tall front grille that gave it a powerful industrial look. The radiatorless front, typical of air-cooled engines, made the nose appear shorter and more compact compared to conventional water-cooled trucks. Its open-wheel arches, simple body panels, and exposed mechanical parts reflected the machine's utilitarian purpose, function above all else. The Tatra T27 quickly gained a reputation for reliability, particularly among industrial and military operators. It was used extensively for heavy hauling, construction work, and in forestry operations. Its ability to handle steep gradients, soft soil, and uneven mountain tracks made it indispensable in the rugged regions of Central Europe. Later, several versions of the T27 were adapted for military service, serving as transport and supply vehicles for the Czechoslovak Army. The T27 was produced in several variants, including the T27A and T27B, each with minor improvements to the powertrain and chassis. Some versions were fitted with dual rear wheels to increase load capacity, while others were adapted with different bodies, such as flatbeds, dump configurations, and specialized cargo types. The total weight of the truck reached approximately 6,500 kilograms, equivalent to roughly 14,330 pounds, and it could carry loads up to 3,000 kilograms, or about 6,600 pounds. These capabilities made it one of the most efficient and versatile vehicles in its category. The braking system of the T27 used mechanical brakes on all wheels, which, while primitive by modern standards, were considered robust and effective at the time. Steering was manual but precise, aided by the balanced weight distribution provided by Tatra's unique chassis. Fuel consumption averaged around 25 liters per 100 kilometers, roughly equivalent to 9.4 miles per gallon, depending on terrain and load. Beyond its mechanical excellence, the T27 represented a key step in Tatra's evolution toward vehicles that could handle extreme environments without sacrificing efficiency. It influenced later military and civilian design, including the legendary Tatra 111 and Tatra 148, which carried the company's backbone concept well into the second half of the 20th century. The T27 demonstrated that engineering brilliance could thrive even in difficult economic times, combining simplicity, durability, and ingenuity in a single machine. The truck's performance in the field earned it admiration from both operators and engineers. Drivers often described it as nearly unbreakable, capable of working for long periods with minimal maintenance. Its air-cooled engine proved especially reliable in dusty and cold conditions, where other vehicles suffered from radiator failures or coolant leaks. This resilience made the T27 a preferred choice for remote expeditions, construction sites, and military operations long after its production ended. Production of the T27 continued throughout the 1930s, with hundreds of units built before the outbreak of the Second World War. Though exact numbers are hard to verify, it is estimated that between 900 and 1,200 vehicles were manufactured, making it a relatively rare yet highly valued model. After the German occupation of Czechoslovakia, some T27s were requisitioned by the Wehrmacht, which used them for transport and logistics duties across Europe. Even today, restored examples of the Tatra T27 are prized by collectors and historians alike. They represent not just a piece of mechanical history, but also a testimony to a time when design innovation met practical necessity. The backbone chassis, the air-cooled engine, and the remarkable off-road ability were all defining features that set Tatra apart from its contemporaries. The T27 was not just a truck, it was a statement of engineering vision. In an age when many manufacturers followed conventional paths, Tatra dared to be different. The T27's success laid the foundation for the company's later achievements, proving that true innovation is timeless. If you enjoyed learning about this extraordinary machine, remember to subscribe to the channel and stay with us for more fascinating stories from the golden era of automotive history.